That's the print. Wow, Colt. That was terrific. Look at this car.
Are you okay, Colt?
I think a bit in the lip.
Nice stunt, Colt.
Thank you.
Now listen, like I was telling you, this is the easiest thing you ever handled. This is a walkthrough. It's a piece of cake. Colt. Colt, look at me, Colt. I'm seducing you.
A girl like me wouldn't stand a chance.
Seduce me.
$2,000 for a fast round trip with a pussycat of all runaways, plus a great rummy player for the trip back.
Well, if it's so easy, why don't you do it yourself?
Because Swifty Leonard hangs out in some pretty unladylike places.
Swifty Leonard, he's a friend of mine. I've known him for years.
I know that, but he's still a bookmaker.
There's a big difference between bookmakers and fugitives. Now, Swifty isn't running. He's got a successful business to come back to here.
Yes, successful, but illegal.
Colt, $2,000 is 5 months' rent, or 9.5 utility payments, or 1,280 hamburgers.
Colt, 5 hours each way, a couple hours between airports, 16 hours, 18 at the most. That's over $100 an hour. How many people you know make that kind of money?
Do you think it's the economy or just Colt's choice of friends?
Plus, I can tell you exactly where Swifty is, what he'll be doing, and almost how much he's losing. He calls me every day and tells me not to worry.
Well, then why are you worried?
Calls collect. Colt, I'll drive you to your house to pack. I'll even drive you to the airport.
Come on, seduce me some more.
Cowboy, you're looking for the bright lights. They don't come on till after dark.
You drive this thing or just peddle bits of wisdom? I'm looking for a ride to Manhattan.
Hey, you got it. My meter's broken, but we can estimate. I'll treat you fair. You ever been to New York before?
Nope, but I didn't just fall off the turnip truck either.
Hey, guy. You want to deal wholesale?
Why not? The last offer sounded more like a kidnapping.
Yeah, well, that dude's in hustling for a living. Now, me, I'm only in action part-time. $25, $2 a phone call, and you can ride in the back of a dream hearse.
How about a flat rate for a round trip with an hour wait in the middle?
I only got till noon. See, then my boss sneaks out of his girlfriend's house, and then I take him to an early lunch.
How about 4 hours for $100?
I'll even hold the door open for you. Got any other bags?
No, this is the only one.
Well, that's good, and we don't have to worry about him getting ripped off. Hey, you guys really chew tobacco?
What's your name?
Leo.
Leo, you know this address?
Yeah, well, I know where everything is. You just sit back there and relax. You ever meet this guy?
Yeah, once.
No kidding. See, I'll tell you what. You tell me something about him and I'll let you have one free phone call. I mean, being the only country western fan on Flatbush and A Street, that don't make for an easy life, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, we're rolling from town to town, looking for a good time. The trailer door is always open. Come on and take a ride.
Here you go. Hey, you figure I'm busting the bank in there and being back at the airport in 4 hours? I'd like to shake the hand of a man with confidence like that.
How'd you know there's a crap game in there?
Well, I hustle the limo night sometimes when I get behind on my banjo payments. Also, I took my boss here once.
Yeah, what's his name?
J.B. Weinstein, the chicken fat king. He's a big man in the heartburn business.
Hey, Captain. They got a rodeo or a circus in the garden?
What?
Never saw him before. Listen, they've got thieves, hookers, Shylocks, killers in that place. I guess there's room for a cowboy. Get a picture of him anyway, see if any of our guys know him. See if he's curbed his horse, will you? I got ripple sole shoes on.
Howdy.
Yeah?
JP told me I could find some big city action here. He even loaned me his driver.
Yeah, I see him. Can you afford us?
Dice are coming out. We have a hard 8, a winner.
All right, put $200 in the pass line, put the rest of the money over there. I'll have my banker come by and stack it later.
Swifty, time to go bye-bye.
Hey, big guy, what are you doing here? You come to watch Swifty make a deal for the island of Manhattan?
Hey, you know this guy, Swifty? He okay?
Okay, he's the best. You hear on a movie?
No, I'm here for the L.A. courts. You and I are going to take a little plane ride.
Now, couldn't you bust me when I'm on a losing streak?
What's the matter? You got something against leaving a crap table with Bunny? Hey, Tex.
Yeah, you see any other cowboy in this joint? Put your money on the table or get back on your horse.
Hey, I'll handle it, Mr. T. Hey, no lookers here, just players.
So you're betting on the come line? I'll bet you're wrong.
Bets are down. That's a bet with a house.
Gives me the best odds. Oh, come on, we rolling the dice, or is this a spectator sport?
Friends shouldn't bet against friends.
Dice are coming out. A 6. 6 is your point.
Hey, cowboy. I got 500 here, says he makes that point.
Take 100 then.
Why don't you just take the whole thing? You and me.
You're faded.
Some friend.
Shut up and lose, Swifty.
Dice are coming out. 7 up.
Wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, Swifty.
Leave me alone. You blew my luck.
Swifty, we have a plane to catch. Come on.
Hey, cowboy, you ain't going nowhere with all that money.
There are winters, you know, flipping it.
Cowboy.
What are you doing? Hey, come on, put me down. No! Right now, let him football! Whoa!
He must be the fastest loser in the West.
Get me the police.
Oh, no. What the hell's going on? Where are these guys coming from? Did you call them?
You're way out of line, Flatfoot. I got friends downtown, you know.
You look kind of natural in handcuffs, Trainer.
Never learn, do you, Finley?
Keep moving.
Excuse me, you look like you're in charge here.
I'm not from New York.
Captain Max Finley. I'm more like an observer.
Yeah, well, I'd like the mouth with the little body attached, and I'd appreciate if you'd turn him over to me right now because I can make a noon flight.
Well, how'd you know he'd be coming out about now?
I'm the guy that helped you out. I made the call about the illegal gambling operations inside.
Cuff him.
Wait a minute, I was helping the police.
Who asked you?
I'm an officer of the court. Would you police advertise for public support?
Not as far as California. Well, then just stay out there and louse up their operations.
What does that mean?
It means that in your zeal to capture a penny ante West Coast bookmaker, you loused up a case involving a #1 scumball and cop killer named Nick Traynor.
Look, if sorry will make you feel better, you got it. But you're not going to make me feel guilty over something I knew nothing about.
You don't have to feel guilty about anything. You've already been found guilty. Now sit down.
What?
A violation of Finley's law. Now listen and learn, cowboy, and maybe you'll survive your visit to the Big Apple. I had been sitting in that spot for 3 weeks, the time before that for 8 weeks, and the time before that for 3 months. It was my last chance to nail Nick Traynor. He's got my hands tied with restraining orders, cease and desist orders, show cause orders, anything that a battery of high-priced lawyers can throw at you.
All right, you got another sorry. What's that got to do with me?
A few months ago, I had Traynor all set up for a direct gun buy. Automatic weapons, grenades, flamethrowers.
He's a weapons supplier.
Among other things. He was handed $50,000 in registered money by one of my undercover men. It looked like a wrap-up. My cop was killed. We had nothing on Traynor but a pile of paper. Now, some of that money has begun to surface in the last couple of weeks. All I needed was to find it in Nick Traynor's possession. And the only 2 people in that joint with marked money were you and that fish of yours, Swifty Leonard.
We were winning. We got it from Traynor.
I can't make a case against him, but I can possibly make a case against you.
You can't hold me on that.
Oh, yes, I can, buddy boy, for anything I want for 24 hours a pop. It's as easy as ABC. That's the way the New York State penal law is set up, alphabetically. A is in abortion or arson. B is in burglary or bribery, and so on.
Why? Look, I know I'm not going to be #1 on your social calendar. But why rouse me like that? It's not fair.
I didn't take an oath to be fair. Just relatively legal.
He came recommended.
What the hell are you talking about, recommended? That cowboy has just caused me too much grief for you to explain it away that easy.
Hey, he mentioned a customer's name, and then he knew Swifty.
Swifty, huh? Well, that explains the whole thing, doesn't it? When does a creep like that have the power to recommend anybody, huh? Where is he, anyway? He wasn't in that lockup when we got bailed out.
The police still have him. Seems there's a hold on him from California. Also, there is no charge against the cowboy.
Hey, I don't know anything about that. Besides, it was only a disorderly conduct arrest.
Is that right? Let me explain something to you. See, for a guy in my position, huh? Be moved around the streets with handcuffs. A little embarrassing to some of my contacts, like judges, senators, bankers. Punk! I don't get arrested, you understand that? And I don't get handcuffed. I'm 3 layers away from any cops. Right, O'Hara?
Right.
Except maybe for that Finley. But that's why I got lawyers around here, to keep me ahead of them so I outlive them. I want to tell you something, my friend. It's not going to help you.
What does that mean?
It means I own the building that you operate in. And your lease is hereby canceled. And so are you if you stick around this town. Why don't you try Florida? I want you to find out everything you can about that cowboy. Get some guys on the street. Now! Come on!
Yes, sir.
You want to know something? I don't like the way that cowboy looks at me. He's got no respect.
I need you, cowboy. I have been looking for a tool like you ever since the Miranda decision came down.
Not Carmen, I take it.
No, the one that says you walk in and see a killer standing over a body with a smoking gun, you've got to warn him of his rights. All I've got is a badge. But you've got a court decision that says you can break into houses, cross state lines, snatch, grab, invade, almost anything you've a mind to. Taylor decision, Supreme Court of the United States.
There are restrictions.
Not enough to get in our way. I can't harass Traynor. You can. I want him put away, and I've only got 1 month to do it.
A month? Look, I got to get back to L.A. I got a job. I got people who depend on me.
Plead that at your sentencing.
Why the deadline?
My retirement. I want him away before I go.
Well, look, I have a duty, too. I got to get Swifty back on that warrant.
I will keep him in jail for you. The same ABCs will work on him.
Come on, Captain, give me a break. Can't you find somebody else to play cops and robbers with you?
Are you kidding? A guy like you walks into my life at a time like this. It's like a religious experience. I may even go back to the church. Call it cowboys and Indians if you like. Either way, you're it. In or out, Seaver?
Do I got a choice? Howie, I need you to come and help me.
Why? Is there some kind of problem?
Yes, Howie, it's a big problem.
Can't I wait till lunch break? We're about to do the stunt.
Just hop the next plane to New York. I'll explain when you get here. Right.
You really do all those high dives and stuff with those movie stars?
That's right. You impressed now?
It'd be more impressive if you're one of the stars. What's your first move?
Well, I'd tell you, but you may think it's a little tacky. The idea was fed to me by one of your men. Since you trained him, it had to start in your evil, twisted mind.
Oh, then it must be brilliant. I hope you've also got a plan.
Something always do. That's how we stay alive. You're gonna have to trust him, but...
That's a lot of trust for me to put in anybody's hands.
I know, Finley, from what I heard, you're a living legend. And one step away from saint.
Well, you stop putting up statues. What's the plan?
I'll harass Trainer for you and do the best job I can. All I want you to do is stand by and be ready to snatch him when he loses his cool and makes some big mistakes.
I got a problem, cowboy. I'm beginning to like you.
You not only have my permission to like me, but to free me from bondage. So that's what's wrong with liking me.
I don't want to go to any more funerals of my friends. Been to too many lately.
Can I get a fork?
What was your name again?
I don't know it.
How does anybody get in the front door, let alone up to this apartment? Tell me.
Could be a neighbor just wanting to borrow something.
I don't lend. And everything here is mine, right?
Oh, what's an egg or a cup of sugar among friends?
You don't even cook.
Oh, so they could still ask.
Oh, you're absolutely divine. I can see we're going to have to do this entire apartment in hot pink. And naturally, we'll coordinate the hallways so that they complement your entrance and soothe the mind at the very first flash of the eye. What is this, early packing crate? Bernardo of Brooklyn, the decorator who is about to redo your life and bring it into being with your very soul rather than simply an abode where you hang your frock, so to speak.
You're going to redecorate this whole apartment?
The entire building, darling. And I can't wait to get my hands on yours. Oh, I love your view. But you've wasted your terrace. You needed me ages ago.
Hey.
Sorry, would you mind stepping over there? I'm afraid your robe clashes frightfully with these drapes. It makes it impossible for me to get the vision of the light as it glistens through the window.
Come on, honey. Let's go. Come on.
Thank you.
Who is this clown? And what is he supposed to be doing here?
He's doing the apartment.
Doing what to the apartment?
It, darling, it. In hot pink.
All right, you.
Oh!
Just a second.
It looks as though a bird were trying to make a nest on your wall. Would you two mind standing together so that I can make a record of your flesh tones?
No more pictures.
Oh, yes, that's lovely. You're a beautiful couple.
All right. Do you hear me? No more pictures. Yeah, this is Trainer. You got some guy flying through the building that's supposed to be redecorating?
Not that I know of, Mr. Trainer. I didn't let anybody in.
That's what I thought. Send my boys up on the double.
You better get up there right away. Somebody got in.
Okay, enough of those pictures. Just sit down, will you? Second, you're starting to give me a headache, okay?
But I've got 5 more apartments to do today.
Did you hear me? I said I don't want any more pictures on this thing. Just a second. You understand me?
I'm sorry.
No more pictures!
Yeah, sweet pea.
Hold it back! Colt! Faster! Bring it over!
He's on the balcony.
It's a cowboy again. All right, get him.
Well, that's one way to do it. Okay, this is Finley. Bring him in.
Hit it!
The wrong guys. It was those dudes in that truck you
These are the only ones I saw with guns. I read these creeps their rights. I want you to get the film in this camera developed as fast as you can. A full set of the prints delivered by hand to this address. Good. Now we're cooking.
Here's one you probably never used. Mutiny.
Mutiny, that's an M. I'm still working on sorting out your B's. Burglary, breaking and entering. You got a long wait before we get to mutiny.
Look, Finley, I got my own set of problems. I have to return Swifty on that warrant.
And I've got an animal named Trainer finally starting to run a little wild. Now's the time for us to keep the pressure on him.
You mean me? I'm the one getting shot at.
Small details. I'm working on the wider view. You know, you've done pretty good. You could turn pro.
Oh, come on, Finley, stop conning me. I came through for you. Let me get Swifty off my mind. I can get him a nonstop to L.A. and have my cousin take him back. Just give him to me.
Sure. And what keeps you in New York?
I'll hang in a little longer.
Are you offering me something you haven't given before?
Yeah, my word on it.
You're asking a lot.
I'm giving a lot.
All right, I'll take it. I've always got Finley's Law and the alphabet.
Oh, you're a hell of a friend, Colt. First you mess up my luck, you get me flipped into jail, and now you want me to fly to L.A. without my luggage.
Well, would you rather hang around New York, explain to Nick Trainer why you're a friend of mine? You'd be safe sitting in an L.A. jail. Besides, I don't like Howie traveling alone.
Kid don't get airsick, does he?
Airsick? I just jumped from an 8-story building.
What's he, crazy? I think I'd rather just stay here with Trainer.
One with mustard, please.
Now, Swifty, when is it you've been busted in such style? Look at this.
Oh, thanks. Makes me almost want to plead guilty to something.
Oh, Trainer's men. Get in.
What?
Get in, get in, get in, get in there.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm driving, you know? Follow that car!
Take it easy! Colt, they're right behind us! Where are you going? It's a dead end!
There we got him. It's a dead end.
Follow, follow! I'll take my chances with Trainer. You're crazy!
Stay on the floor. Sorry about that.
Hey, the limo's a lease, okay? Worry about me instead.
Settle for concern, huh? You're in bed.
Late 8 to 5, you don't get to the hospital in time, and you make the trip for nothing.
Pero que diablo? No, don't do it, man. Don't even think about it. Please, there's a...
You're gonna do it anyway!
If he can do it, we can do it. Go, go! I think we lost him.
Anybody else want to look at these pictures? Huh?
Great security I got. You know, they sent a duplicate set to my wife, and I don't know how many more they spread around this town. And guess what? Our boys get a shot at the cowboy. They plugged the wrong guy. I want you to put more men on the street, and I want you to find him. He's starting to give me a real bad headache.
We're spreading ourselves pretty thin.
No, don't talk to me about thin. I got a payroll that sounds like civil service.
Look, we lost 2 men at Rona's apartment. Mike is in a coma, and Fletcher is nailed to a prison bed.
Who the hell is this guy, anyway? What's his beef with me? We don't even know his name. All he needs is an Indian sidekick, a white horse, and some silver bullets. This is getting ridiculous. Figured out what the tie-in is with Finley yet?
If I could find a tie-in, I'd serve more court papers on Finley. Finley even arrested him. He booked him John Doe.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for him to stick another needle in me? I'm starting to bleed.
Well, then that's what you're going to have to do until I find a tie-in between John Doe and Finley.
Then get it done! You got 2 days. I want you to pull in the men. I want them to guard the warehouse and this office. That's it.
I'll get right on it.
I like him. He's my friend. He's in that hospital bed because of me.
Instead of you, you're the one they were after.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
You never feel any better. Take my advice, cowboy. Get out of this line of work where you still got the ability to feel anything at all. Look, I am sorry about Swifty. He's going to be all right, and that's the last time I'm going to mention his name as anything other than a case.
Look, just because you got a personal beef with this trainer, I didn't even know him till you put me up against it.
Personal? There's nothing personal about it. It's no more personal than you being the one that takes Swifty to L.A. It's what I do. Look, I have watched Trainer grow from an annoying fungus into a plague. I used to be able to roust him once in a while just to keep him off balance. Now his high-priced lawyers in the courts have tied my hands. All I want to do is wrap up Trainer before I get out of this job and start being normal again.
What about the 2 heavies that were chasing me?
One's in a coma, the other's on a stretcher in Bellevue Hospital under guard.
What if I stripped away the rest of them? Make Trainer come out on his own.
You do that and Finley's law retires with me.
No, use it once more in reverse. I want you to roust my cousin Howie out of New York City.
Why, you look pretty good coming off that terrace.
He is good, and he delivered. Just because I'm volunteering to be a target, no reason he has to.
Wouldn't he hang in if you asked him?
That's the problem, he would. Let's keep him safe on this one, Finley.
All right, deal. He's one phone call away from a plane ride.
And by the way, finishing off Trainer, is that going to get you a statue at City Hall or something?
There won't be 3 people remember me 10 minutes after I'm gone. But at least I'll have my own private last hurrah.
No, as mean and as miserable as you are, you won't be alone. I'll be there to help celebrate with you.
I am a prisoner. I understand my rights as granted me by the Fifth Amendment and by recent decisions of the United States Supreme Court. I refuse to answer anything, and you don't have the right to question me. My lawyer's name is...
Shame on you, Fletcher. You should have had this memorized a long time ago. Now, repeat after me. I am an animal, and I am a creep.
Hey, there's a cop in the hall. You know, officer!
Officer! Hey, officer, where are you?
It's okay. It's just an old gangster movie.
Hey, who are you, and what do you want from me anyhow?
Swifty Leonard is a friend of mine. He could also be considered a partner. Oh, that's a long way down. And he also owes me a lot of money.
Hey, I didn't shoot nobody, man. I was driving. It was the other guy. Look, mister, I'm a street pro. I just do what I'm told.
Yep, I nicked Trainer.
I answered that, I could get myself killed.
What makes you think I'm going to offer you a better deal?
What are you doing?
I want to know Trainer's biggest operation right now. Where he keeps his records, his books. And you better think carefully, because the life you save may be your own.
Hey, man, what are you doing, man? You can't throw me out the window. I'm a patient.
Trainer's biggest operation.
Wait a minute. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. All right. It's a warehouse stock on Pier 3. He's got $6 million in automatic weapons. I trucked him in myself.
Books?
Yeah, in the vault, in his office.
How many guns does he have left beside you?
5 or 6, not counting me.
Good boy. Now, you know you're all alone now, and you're going to need some protection. If I were you, I'd talk to the DA about Trainer. And forget you ever saw me. You got that?
Hey, can I have the nurse now?
Why, are you in pain?
I think I need a bedpan.
Fletcher, you are a bedpan.
I didn't hear a thing, so I'm not part of any threat. And the nurses were all busy with humans. The warehouse is below Canal Street.
You're an eavesdropper and a mind reader.
Come on. Hey, Cross, bring your romance down the hall, will you? Fletcher may want to talk to the both of you.
What do you want around here?
I just got into town. I was looking for work. You fellas hiring here?
Think you'd best get out of here.
Hold it, pal. Freeze.
Should ought to have done that part.
Come on.
Your draw.
New York City preparing to declare war on New Jersey?
What do we do with Newark if we win?
I don't know, but there's enough stuff in here to restage Normandy. I'm gonna take a look around.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Apparently there's a bunch of guys in here.
Nobody said it would be easy.
Nobody said I'd get dead either.
Trainer did. Listen, Colt, seriously, if it looks hairy, pull out, huh?
Pulling out here.
I got him! Come on, let's go! Come on, he's by the barrel! Let's go, to the flow!
Gone, huh? It was a 500-foot pier. Come on, I got $6 million worth of goods tied up in that warehouse waiting to be shipped to Central America.
Forget about it. Whatever doesn't explode or burn, the fire department will seize and turn over to the cops. They'll run it down and identify it as contraband, and then they'll backtrack.
Backtrack. It's gonna take those cops years to connect us with that operation.
Months, maybe, but not years. Some of those corporations were vague, but they are a matter of record.
All right, enough, huh? We're all gonna come out of this okay. Along the way, we're gonna bury that cowboy hero.
First, don't use the word we when you're talking about criminal matters. I am your attorney. Now, based on privileged information, I can hear anything you say without becoming involved. I am not your partner. I do not share in your profits.
And what's the bottom line?
The bottom line is, I am planning on taking an extended vacation in Mexico with some possible future travel in Brazil and Paraguay. I think you should consider the same.
What are you talking about? I got millions tied up around this town. I got corporations, companies.
You did. You did. But your wife already has a battery of lawyers, and most of those assets are either in her name or she knows about them. She'll tie them up for years.
Well, nobody's gonna get anything that's mine.
What are you going to protect it with? Most of your guns are in jail. And I don't have to remind you how The longer a man stays in jail, the more liable he is to talk to get out. It has been a very profitable relationship for both of us, but nothing is forever. Goodbye, Nick.
You walk out of me now and I want him gone.
I don't think so, Mr. Trainer. Not this time. It wouldn't be business. That's the kind of hits that cause us all the trouble.
I just gave you an order, Bleecker.
I've been with you a long time, and I'll stick now. But I'm the only gun you got. And I figure you ought to be treating me more like a partner instead of an employee.
Let me tell you something. I don't sit still for no shakedown.
Where you going along?
Bleecker. Sit down. Leave the 25% of everything we can haul out of here.
Okay. I like that, Nick.
All right, we gotta empty a lot of safe deposit boxes, and we gotta get the books from the vault. Oh. As long as we're partners, start paying for your own breakfast. One more thing. No matter what comes down, the cowboy's dead, man.
Right.
You know these are $200 boots? I don't think they'll ever dry right. That river I dove into was polluted.
Maybe, but it's historic. Hey, listen. What do you think about Hawaii as a place to retire? I mean, I could sit in the sun and cook my skin, wear flowers around my neck, get fat being fed by native dancers who think I'm a god.
What is in that ice cream you're eating?
Calories.
Yeah, well, you better switch to drugs. I think you're starting to hallucinate.
Maybe it's just the flavor.
You know, Finley, you may be able to retire, but you're too young to retire. You're gonna have to be doing something.
There's nothing left for guys like me to do. We came from an era where there used to be a broad stripe separating the good guys from the bad. Now that stripe has turned polka dot gray and it keeps getting smeared lighter by the politicians. I'm a throwback, Colt, I know that. My era's finished, and I got no place to go. But boy, it sure was worth it. You did it, cowboy. You got Trainer on the run. He's got his fall money stashed in a box in that bank under a phony name. Now, he wouldn't touch that unless he was going to run.
Hey, you know that for sure?
What I know and what I can do about it are two different things, but I know Trainer's going to come flying out of there, and he's not going to be too happy.
Finley, I know you're a little devious and you take pleasure in other people's discomfort. But what did you do to him?
Nothing illegal. I just felt that his wife's attorneys had the right to know about Mr. Trainer's assets. Therefore, they put a hold on all his accounts until courts decide his divorce settlement.
Trainer's broke?
Broke is relative. For him, he's broke. He's going to hear the same thing in 3 other banks, and then he's going to hit his office vault.
Well, good. Now that you got this all down to a schedule, I can take a plane to L.A.
Oh, no. Not exactly. Maybe one more little thing.
What?
Come on.
Come on, move it.
Remember the alphabet. A, B.
Oh, come on, Finley.
All right, just stay here and wait. Hey, you! Oh.
Watch out! He's got a gun!
Buddy. Move! Come on, out! Get out!
Hey, get that thing out of here! We need police business. Move it! Move it!
I know this is a lot to ask, but police business, follow that car.
I'd love it. Get out of my way. This is police business. They said it could do 100.
Yeah, well, he's only doing 80. Now just pull up next to him.
Don't get nervous, young man. We'll get him. We've caught him now. I could ram him.
Oh, no, 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 lady, please. Steady now. Stay with him.
This is just like stunt driving in the movies. Go get him.
Pull alongside of him. Hold it steady.
Bye-bye, young man.
It's where you belong, trainer. In the dirt. You hurt bad?
I'm all right, I'm all right.
Yeah, well, I know. You're too ornery to die of a gunshot wound.
Well, if you want me to drive you to the airport, you're gonna have to wait a couple of days. Otherwise, take off as soon as you hear the sirens. If I need anything, I'll call you. Hey, cowboy. Thanks a lot.
You know, Finley, I'm gonna miss you. But not that much. Besides, you owe me a new pair of boots.